Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. I'm Chris McGee. The young gentleman down there is big game James Worthy. Derek Fisher is here. Brez back from the road trip. Allie is with Trudell down at Staples. She'll get the post-game sound. 60 games in. Lakers have 47 wins. They kick off the big tough stretch of games coming up at Staples Center with a win over the Sixers. Next up, the Bucks on Friday. You all know I've had that circled. The last 5 minutes of the first half are some of the most entertaining moments of Laker basketball we've had in quite some time. We're going to get to that in a little bit because first we're going to go back downtown. LeBron is with Mike Trudell.
All right, LeBron, I want to start out actually just asking you about Anthony Davis. The pair and the way that you guys have evolved, the chemistry, you saw that a lot on the court with various plays, but how has that grown throughout the season?
Every minute that we're on the floor, we continue to grow together. The most important for our ball club is that we challenge each other between the two of us. And, when we do that, we hold each other accountable. It trickles down to everyone else in the ball club.
Philly had opened up that lead, and then all of a sudden looked like you guys kind of flipped the switch in the second quarter. Was it just picking up the intensity? What was the change of the game?
We just stopped giving up, a lot of three-pointers. We finally started cleaning the defensive glass, and then we got some stops and we got out of range.
We know you have the ultimate green light from three. Frank's talked about it, the 4-point range. You practice those shots, but that one was still a little bit deeper than usual. I mean, come on.
I work on it. It's not something that I don't work on. I don't shoot anything that I don't work on. So, like I said, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, the defense is never going to be ready for that. So I just felt good. I stepped into it and through the grace of God, I went in.
All right, and then finally, you had the dunk on the baseline. You've been talking about the whole hashtag Wash King thing. You still like to get up and kiss the sky once in a while. Did you think about anything else there?
No, it's always fun to be able to have a momentum play, and dunks and threes and, crossovers and things like that throughout the course of a game. A block shot gets the crowd into it. So, I've been fortunate enough in my career to be able to get the crowd on their feet and make plays for my teammates and result in a lot of wins. So I hope I can continue it.
Thanks, LeBron.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, LeBron James, spectacular once again, along with AD. Lakers, 120.
Yeah, LeBron James and AD once again played like the superstars that they are. Do want to start with what Mike talked about with LeBron. That second quarter, the last 5 minutes. The first half was a little sloppy at times. They came in a little tired. We kind of expected after the trip. But as I mentioned before, some of the most entertaining basketball we've seen in quite some time. They went on about a 25-3 run, James, and dominated on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, obviously Philadelphia a little short-handed, a little slow start by the Lakers. But the second quarter, they really turned that up on the defensive end, only allowing 19 points in the second quarter, and that seemed to turn the whole game around as far as momentum was concerned. I thought AD, his energy was just contagious, and the rest of the team kind of picked up. There's Bradley there with some tough defense, and they were able to get out and dominate, in the paint. 62 points in the paint, and the 6 blocks were dominant, but there were so many shots that were altered. When you go in the paint against the Lakers now, you think twice about floaters and layups that you normally would take. So I thought the second quarter defense was key to them getting out and, controlling the game.
Yeah, it's all about the defense, I think, for this team. When the season started, we were all enamored and quite pleasantly surprised with the lockdown defense they were playing, holding teams under 90 in a lot of games to start the season. Impossible to do that throughout the course of an 82-game regular season. But there's definitely been a little bit of just season slippage when you don't practice as much. Guys are fatigued, injuries, your defense starts to slip. But in that second quarter, you started to see those flashes of just suffocating the opponent. Couldn't get anything happening. Gets the Lakers out in transition where they're difficult to stop. 62 points in the paint tonight. That's really where this team dominates. Don't shoot the threes at high percentages most nights. The points in the paint, though, that come off the defense, that's really where they have to hang their hat.
I'm going to talk about AD, guys, and I wish I looked as fresh as he does after skipping a day at work, because he did not play in the game the other night in New Orleans. He had a little knee injury. He's been having that elbow issue as well. Seems like that day off really did him some good, because tonight he was great everywhere. 37 points, made 4 threes, 4 steals, diving into the seats to come up with a loose ball on defense. I mean, this guy looked so refreshed, and he wasn't that sharp in the Memphis game. And we were kind of talking last week about how he wasn't clicking so much down low in the post. He was having trouble against Boston, kind of getting pushed out of the paint a little bit. But tonight, I mean, you cannot argue with any of these numbers. 13 of 19 overall. That's a fantastic night for him.
Yeah, just 37 points on 19 field goal attempts, Brez, and the 4 of 5 from 3. And I agree with you. You saw it in that first half, the way he kind of inserted his will. He had it going on from the get-go. He had a different type of energy. I think that day off helped for sure. And in that second quarter alone, he was 7 for 7 with 18 of his 26 points. He had 2 steals and 2 blocks in that quarter. He was a plus 24 in that second quarter, James. Really an amazing number.
Yeah, 7 and 8 from the free throw line. That's what impresses me night in and night out. He continually hits his free throws. You know, you can trust him, down the stretch if he has to go to the line. But I said this earlier. I think he's learning from LeBron. I think. AD was a great player when he was in his former team, but I don't think he really has seen real leadership. LeBron the other night when AD was out of the game, and in previous games when AD's been out, LeBron has stepped up. So I saw a little bit of that tonight in AD, a little bit more physicality, a little bit more, here I am, I'm coming at you. And that's what we're going to need more of, a little bit of pit bull in that tonight, Peter.
James, it's crazy when you see that athleticism on display, too, what he was doing those last 5 minutes of the second quarter in terms of the steals, getting down the court so fast, leading fast breaks, and he's a 7-footer.
Yeah, I mean, we know he can do it, but I'll go back. He's sitting over there,
yeah,
and you're watching LeBron do it, and you're seeing a real leader who's done it. And so I think he picked up his tempo a little bit tonight.
Yeah, you can when the great players can sense certain moments and certain opportunities where they need to go to that level, and I feel like he really, took advantage of the opportunity to say, okay, LeBron stepped it up in New Orleans when I was out. Okay, LeBron shouldn't have to step on the gas tonight. It's my turn to really elevate, get this win for us tonight. Allow LeBron to just kind of cruise and do his thing and get his numbers. But AD took charge of this game, put it on his back, and everybody else followed.
Yeah, step one of a big 3-step process for the Lakers. For me, the most important 3 games of the regular season. Good job tonight. Undermanned Philly team, so not quite as big as it might have seemed a week or 2 ago. And then you have Milwaukee coming to town Friday. That's going to be fascinating. Lakers did not do well in Milwaukee a few months ago. And of course, the big Clipper game, a Clipper home game on Sundays. So the Lakers 1/3 the way through.
Brez,
a big
I'm really
test.
looking forward to the next 2 games, and I know you know that.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
Huge.
How many times have I told you that? All right, let's